In this video, we're going to look at why doing marketing is difficult. From all of the videos up to this point that I've made, and also from the marketing course on Skillshare that is free that I've created as well, I've tried always to simplify what actually marketing as a freelance voiceover artist actually involves, how simple it can actually be, what you need to do repeatedly in order to be able to get your name out there, start building relationships and cultivate a client list as a result. And essentially, it's not rocket science, and it's something that you could start as soon as you embark on your career and use your improvement as a way of creating more material so that you can follow up with it. But that doesn't make it any less difficult for us to do. And I was thinking about, because this seems to be like the number one problem that a lot of voiceover artists encounter, is that it's not really to do with they don't know what to do. It's that they have that inbuilt resistance to doing it. It's certainly in my coaching sessions, people kind of go, yeah, no, I've understood where you've come from. I've taken on board, all of the pointers and everything. I know what I should be doing. Ultimately, I just can't make myself do it. And again, it's really difficult to kind of like unpick, how you relate to motivation. How I relate to motivation could be very different to you. Again, I've spoken beforehand about how I like to separate my motivation from the actual grind of doing the work very often. I don't want to rely on feeling motivated. Oh, I feel as if I could write 50 emails today. And then the next 3 weeks, I feel like I don't feel as if I could reach out to anybody. I want to kind of separate that feeling of motivation from what I actually do by keeping things regular and manageable. But it's still difficult. And I think the reason why it's difficult for so many people who are voiceover artists or creatives generally is because once you've got everything in place, all of your ducks in a row, essentially, you know what you're saying, who you're saying it to, for better or worse, and what your system is, it's not a creative act, really. The actual mechanical aspect of trying to engage, finding the information, trying to, give your personal response to things, trying to build relationships. Yes, you can do it in different ways. And you can vary it up in terms of your follow-up strategy by creating content which is personal to you and all of this kind of thing, which makes you individual, which I think is very important. But the actual mechanical aspect of it is not very creative. It's not the whole reason why I trained as an actor or a voiceover artist. It was not to send out so many marketing emails or, to send out LinkedIn posts, though I'm very grateful for the engagement from them and the relationships that I do build from them, but that's not the whole reason why I got into acting or voiceover acting in the first place. So, rather than try and offer a one-size-fits-all solution, all this video is to say is to give you the license to acknowledge that. Acknowledge that this is why probably you're having this resistance. And I think it's also a reason why a lot of people who don't come from like acting backgrounds and then get into voiceover seem to quite often manage a lot better with the whole marketing business side of things than us kind of touchy-feely creative types can be. I kind of thrive on that aspect of uncertainty, of not knowing what I'm doing every day in a rehearsal process or in a performance context, that kind of thing. Whereas when I know what I have to do and there's no kind of like novel aspect to it, that's when it can become a grind. So I think the first thing to really do is acknowledge the problem. And also maybe understand why this is maybe an important reason why you should think outside of the box in terms of your correspondence and in terms of what you're sharing and the content that you may be creating, which I'm going to try and touch on in a future video as well. But don't worry, your resistance, the problems that you're facing, that feeling of banging your head against the wall of why can't I just do these 5 emails or whatever. You're not alone. That's the most common problem of all, I think. I hope you found this video of use. Please do like, subscribe, spread the word, turn on your notifications so you don't miss future videos. Thanks very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time.